Connecting with people on the other side of the world is now much easier than it was a few years ago. Satellites, fiber optic cables, and the internet make it effortless to share information with those in different time zones and locations. Global communication is directly affected by the process of globalization and helps to increase business opportunities, remove cultural barriers, and develop a global village. Both globalization and global communication have changed the environmental, cultural, political, and economic elements of the world.
Specifically, globalization and technology has promoted business opportunities and helped reduce cultural barriers. Communication vehicles such as emails and video calling made conversing with colleagues from across the globe possible. Information can be transferred from great distances, helping businesses conveniently and efficiently transact. Cultural barriers are also reduced due to globalization and technology because of information readily available for understanding one's culture. Because of the technologies like the internet, we have the opportunity to view diverse perspectives that were outside of our scope before. We are able to fully connect with someone who is thousands of miles away in real time, and the effects are profound. The global village is created when distance and isolation no longer matter because people are connected by technology. Widespread telephone and internet access have been life-changing for many people across the world, especially those in developing countries. Many are now enrolling in universities across the world without having to leave their desk chair. Virtual assistant jobs are becoming a commonplace, where employees from developing countries work with companies in North America or Europe, providing administrative support and other business services that could easily be conducted over the phone or via the internet. Globalization and global communication have made it easier to see people on the other side of the world as a neighbor instead of a stranger from a faraway land.
The breakthroughs in communication the past decades and in our 21st century have spurred increase in cross-border trade, investment, and migration so large that many observers believe, and we now claim, we live in a one world, the globe world. Globalization is the process by which people in the world are unified into a single society and function together. There are many methods in which communication can be transmitted universally: printed, fax, emails, letters, reports, phone, TV, radio, and etc. Through communication, we observe the following trends in globalization: increase in international trade at a faster rate than the growth in the world economy, increase in international flow of capital, including foreign direct investment, increase in world production output and consumption. Globalization has developed the communication through different ways. Globalization has introduced virtual communication and collaboration as a major part of workplace dynamics. Modern entrepreneurs need to understand the strength and limitation of different communications media and how to use each medium to maximum effect. Another wonderful benefit of globalization is that the world becomes more accessible and equitable in general. Search engines, e-books, online courses, and other virtual education give more people the ability to learn about subjects that used to require a certain level of income or social positioning. Information isn't as restricted, and it allows us the opportunity not only to receive information but enter into academic spaces and contribute. Globalization creates a space for ideas that transcends border and social strata.
Global communication is directly affected by the process of globalization. Connecting with people is now much easier than it was years ago. Effortless sharing of information from different time zones and locations are now possible. But despite these positive effects, has also its disadvantages. First of all, since our country is classified as belonging to the third world countries, it's possible that there may be a considerable percentage of Filipinos who are media or technology illiterate. There may be companies who haven't kept up with advancements in technology, and employees might be technology illiterate, which largely affect the communication process across countries. In addition, it somehow affects one communication skills. Being used to social media or other platforms makes it difficult for one to communicate personally or to have effective face-to-face conversation. Someone can be excellent at communicating with other people in social media, but when meeting others in real life, he or she may not be as good as in social media or internet. Furthermore, even when both parties speak the same language, there can still be misunderstandings due to ethnic and cultural differences. Without the ability to communicate and understand each other, there would be chaos. Communication that is based on cultural understanding is more suitable to prevent misunderstanding caused by personal biases and prejudices.
Communication is said to resolve misunderstandings and conflict through face-to-face conversations, and technology made communicating accessible and easier. However, it may also result to misunderstood statements and unforeseen conflicts along the way. Technology may be useful, but it does not guarantee the accuracy of one's words and emotions. Written texts and chats can be read in many different ways, like how a statement "that's really fun" can be interpreted into something that one says that something is funny, or maybe just saying out with sarcasm. And this may result to a never-ending confusions and misunderstanding.
As technology advances, the world is both getting larger and smaller. Today, we are able to communicate with people across the globe at the touch of a button. While globalization or communication between nations beyond their borders is an old concept, with the onset of new technology, globalization is impacting the ways we communicate and learn in fascinating ways. We are expanding our understanding of fellowship, and as we become more connected, we are deepening our educational experiences. The rise in the use of internet in particular has been incredibly instrumental in improving the ways in which we connect with one another. Globalization and global communication have made it easier to see people on the other side of the world as a neighbor instead of a stranger from a faraway land. There is so much knowledge about other countries and cultures available online that it's no longer a complete mystery.